Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
I am Kipchumba Brian. This meeting actually was planned actually to discuss on the effects of drugs and drug abuse. We all know about drugs actually, yeah? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. A drug is any substance that when taken alters the normal functioning of the body, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So this is an open forum to discuss on the effects maybe and the drugs and the drug abuse. Any idea that we will be having maybe just try to share out there if you will be having an experience to do with drugs. Maybe someone here has been using some drugs for some time and maybe he or she has experience in the same. Can you take this opportunity actually to share the effects and how did you got from the drug? Personally, was an abuse of the cocaine. Not actually the cocaine, we have the cigarette. I used the cigarette for about 15, since I was in class 7 till form 4. Actually, it took me to a bad direction. My hands became black, but after I left the cigarette, I became normal. Yeah? Trying to go to the doctor, I was told that the cigarette had burnt some part of the lungs. Anyway, if you have the experience, you can try and share with us. Open for a market, okay? Yeah, thank you. My colleague.
Okay, my name is Nicolas. Okay, if I may say about drugs. Drugs are so much bad. It affects your brain. I was at Ram. So I tried alcohol for almost 10 years. But it didn't help me in any way. So if you are a drug addict, I recommend you to leave a drug and focus about your life. It has no assistance, anything. Thank you.
Okay, how are you guys? Personally, I would like to tell you about my experience about Milan. I used to family, you guys know it as Java. But those days we used to know it as cat. It was actually a very bad experience. I regret knowing that thing. We used to think it is a natural plant. It really affected me. Mentally, psychologically, and socially. I used to behave like a mad person. Yet I was not mad. It really affected me. I used a lot of resources to try and get out of it, and finally I got out of it. What I would like to advise my fellow members is don't even try and test it. The moment you test it, it will trigger something in you and you try to test it again. Be like that. Thank you guys.
How are you? Personally, I don't use it, but I've come across some experience. In schools, there is some institutions, like even in this institution, I've come across some learners who use those drugs and later they come and lose their education, they drop out of the school. So it helps you that you don't use those drugs. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming up to this discussion. Since it is good to we and also our students. Health-wise, these drugs affect our normal activities and our normal functioning of the body. that we avoid such drugs. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good morning.
Good.
Okay, according to me, drugs drugs are the most it causes a lot of crimes in the community. For example, as you see, a lot of students, mostly high school and college students, are mostly the ones affected by the drugs because whenever they use the drugs, they lose their self-control. They end up doing a lot of unnecessary numbers of which causes negative
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Chimtai Claire. I thank you for coming up with this discussion concerning the drug and drug abuse. We all know that these drugs have become very rampant in our society, even in our world. It has causes chaos each and every day. More so to our youths, they have been misguided by these certain drugs like the alcohol abuse. Even in our families, maybe our father